Greetings, fellow gamers. Gid here with some sign-in play. Thanks for checking in. So, they just dropped today, a little earlier, a couple hours ago, patch 1.4 on us. As you recall, I said with the 1.3.a review, which was a week ago essentially, that they probably could have just waited and done this all at once because this pacing seems a little strange. But anyway, so we're just going to check out some of the things they've changed. My biggest complaint with it, for sure, which I'm sure some of you can guess, and yeah, just some of the other new stuff that's actually pretty. Just go over the forum notes, or sorry, the patch notes quick. Now our patch notes that are relevant to us are in the server 2 to server 8 range. So the villains have been added for Halloween. Hades, Maleficent, and Scar. I thought there was maybe going to be a bit more of a Halloween focus or a Halloween event, or maybe change up a couple of the decorations in the stages or something. I guess this will have to do. They've added challenges and stickers, which is just another thing you can do. Weekly sticker collection that you can build on by completing certain quests. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't know if there's any like real reward or if it's just kind of like a cool little thing to get you some maybe more, I don't know, like icons or something for your avatars or whatever. You see here friend campaigns and updated friend finder. Okay, I took a little look at that and I'm pretty sad about that whole thing. I'll explain more on that in a bit. No, not just because I do a lot of videos on the friend campaigns. Some of you may be wondering about that. That doesn't have much to do with it. I'll explain a little more later. Mission speed up and collect. Okay, that sounds cool. City Watch rating. That's handy because that's one of the more time-consuming things we do. So if you can actually rate it and get it done, your normal or hard mode, awesome. I mean, you still have to, I think, complete it to actually get to the raid point, but I wonder if you have to still do that every day. Maybe they're just thinking if you have the multiple reset or something. Cool, alright. Improved mailbox messages for Arena and Coliseum. I don't know what that means. I'll have to take a look. Guild Leader chat channel. Finally, that's a really good addition. And the energy bars and the enemies in combat. So just in case you thought they were cheating or something, you can actually see how their energy is building up. Which is kind of useful. That's a little more strategic because, you know, you can kind of maybe time some of your abilities a bit better in the modes that allow you to actually time them. So, okay, this is just going into the description of Hades. Let's, alright, let's start by looking at those heroes. So we'll go to the heroes, scroll down my list to the bottom. Yes, you can see I have 4 other heroes unlocked. What the heck did they do to Baymax's eyes? They look about 3 sizes bigger than they were before. Interesting. Okay. Alright, let's start with Maleficent. Everyone's favorite evil fairy queen. So, she is a control character. And I believe right now she's just in the Elite campaign. Chapter 11 is like her and Genie exclusively now. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I wonder if she's also in the Diamond Crate. This will tell us. Yeah, so Diamond Crate and then 3 Chapter 11 stages. Okay, makes sense. Her badges. What do you want towards the end? Okay, well, I could get her to 4-star. Oh, I hate building up the Fa family shears. Did I say that right? Fa? Anyway, those are... You need a lot of them. They're kind of a pain. Okay, let's look at her skills. So Dragon Fire, her big attack, is a fantastic damage, turns into a dragon, breathes fire, and that's on all damage in the area. So that should be pretty cool. Forest of Thorns, more fantastic damage. So this one I kind of like. It summons Thornbush that entangles the enemy with the most HP, stunning them for 6 seconds, and damages them over time for 6 seconds. So that's good. Fog of Doom stuns everyone for all the enemies for 5 seconds. Pretty classic control. And then a Curse. Curses enemies for 6 seconds when they're damaged by Dragonfire or Forest of Thorns. Has a chance to fail against enemies level 41. That doesn't quite say it in the tooltip, but I'm assuming it's the same curse like, you know, Tia that prevents healing. So that's kind of intense. No friends right now, obviously. Okay, and yeah, just so clear control back row. So she'll be pretty powerful. I think that would be an interesting control character. So then we have Scar, and Scar is our VIP hero villain, whatever these days. He's a front row damage, so probably fairly aggressive. His badges, scroll all the way down. Yeah, I mean, pretty standard. A lot of these combos kind of like get some good bonuses there. So let's look at his skills. So Long Live the King. Of course, I knew they had to use that name. He roars, damaging enemies for 178, obviously scales up, silencing them. So it's a normal damage, roar, silence. Okay, nothing we haven't seen before. Usually on a, I think a tank has that one. Matter of Pride, bites the closest enemy, 20% more damage for every 5% they're missing. Okay, so that's kind of sounds like a variation of Maui's special, sort of, does more damage the weaker they are to finish them off. Be prepared. Why does the song enter my head? So begins combat prowling, becomes invisible for the first 12 seconds of combat, takes 75% less damage from all sources, untargetable, and the damage reduction is less effective when enemies are higher level. That's kind of cool, I like that. And his lion's share, he gains 35% of the damage dealt back as healing, and the amount of healing received is reduced against enemies who are higher level. So he's a self-healing, sneaky damager with a bit of control. He's probably going to be a lot of fun. He seems pretty interesting. I thought the model was kind of funny compared to the other ones, because I think he's the first character who's actually on all fours. Everyone else kind of stands upright, so, but I think it'll work. Hades, all right, or Hades, or however you want to call it. So he's Diamond Crate exclusive right now. Starts at 1 star. That's kind of painful. So you can only get him in the Diamond Crate, and if you're going to get him to 5 stars, right now you can only get him from Diamond Crate. For our server anyway. I don't know how it is on server 1. He's a tank, a midline tank, interesting. Good hit points, and his skill and base damage are both about the same, at least on the start. Just kind of badges down towards the end. Oh yeah, stone gargoyles, classic tanks, the pumpkin. Basic damage, armor negation, tons of max hit points. Yeah, holy tons of hit points, yeah. P4 gives you a lot. Wow, yeah, so P4 is a huge hit point level for him. Let's look at his skills. All right, Burning Rage. So he shoots flame across the battlefield, does 76 damage immediately, as well as 89 damage for 5 seconds to all. They're really building that fire team. I think, you know, I mentioned it before, Barbossa had, he had a bonus to fire damage, and that was why using Jack and Barbossa was kind of good. But now they're adding a tank into the mix. Like fire dot's becoming a bigger deal. I haven't looked at the merit of fire arrows yet. I'll have to get back to that one. But I think you can make a pretty nasty fire team these days. So he redirects 15% of all damage dealt to allies to himself, and it fails potentially against enemies higher level than himself. That's useful. No wonder he needs all the hit points. And he deals 1.5% more damage for every hit point he's missing. That's cool too, pretty intense. Seems very Dark Knighty if you know any of those other games where there's tanks that do something like that. And Lord of the Dead, oh that's sweet. So now there's another character who can revive at 0 hit points, gives himself a heal, scares the enemy, and then jumps back in. So obviously if he has like a full active bar, his energy's powered up, he can unleash a Burning Rage, do some crit dot damage. No friends. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like those heroes or villains. It's going to be so weird trying to call them that. I probably just will call them all heroes. Don't know how fast I'm going to get them, but they definitely seem kind of slick. So this challenges thing I haven't done. Progress 2 of 7. I started this one. So 3-star every major stage in Chapter 4 of the normal mode. And like, what's the point? So only the 7 numbered stages. Yeah, okay. It just tells you a bit about it. Ooh, can unlock a new slot for 2,000. I wonder if that's useful. So this is just the starter. But I don't know, is there a reward? So you get stickers. Show them off. Mini contests. Okay, yeah. Okay, it doesn't really talk much about rewards, so I guess there isn't many rewards other than the stickers. I guess it's just another collection thing. Don't know if that interests me a ton. So City Watch, I haven't really done my City Watch today, but apparently if I can clear this, I will then be able to do a raid. So I'll have to check out if I can actually just continue to raid for the rest of my days, or if you have to actually redo it for every round of refreshes that you may have unlocked. So then the markets got changed up as well. It doesn't bother me too badly. Some people I know are kind of annoyed with the switch up, so mine haven't even refreshed yet, I don't think. Oh yeah, they've upped the price of heist tickets, if you weren't aware of that. That's like almost 3 times as much, so that's kind of crazy. Good thing I have a bunch of those saved up. Okay, yeah, there's Merida in the Coliseum now, so that's new. Aladdin in the heist shop, so I guess I'll be working on Aladdin in the heist shop, which works for me. I was kind of working on Merida in there, but Aladdin's fine. Merida I can finish with the Coliseum shop. Not a big deal. You know, again, some people want to do it the other way. So what else has really changed? Oh yes, let's talk about the missions. So missions now are pretty decent in the fact that you can collect all your missions at once and refresh them all at once. I tried that a little earlier. Obviously I have nothing ready to go now, so I can't show you that. Well, maybe if I remember in 6 minutes I will. Now, the friend campaign. So, as you can see, I still have a bunch here. I got hung up on some, I'm really close to completing others, yet they've made them way too easy. And I know a lot of people wanted them easier, but I think it's kind of silly, like they overdid it. So basically, to my understanding, so they moved a bunch of them to lower levels, so you can access a lot more friendship missions. Let's just see here. You can access them at lower levels, which is great for, in like some cases, so like the Merida Elastigirl one got moved, which is funny because that was just coming up in my friendship disc episode for, you know, the low 80s, but now it's been moved down to 70s. Like I think Zurg and Rex is in the 60s, Mike and Sully, like they've just pushed a bunch down. That makes them a bit more accessible, which is great for new people coming into the game. So that's pretty awesome that they've done that in that respect. What I disagree with is, like, the friendships needed a bit of a retweaking. They need to be retooled. A lot of them relied way too much on your RNG, too many Mr. Incredibles, just kind of as a roadblock. However, where you were fighting level 90 something creeps and whatnot, say like here, so this is episode 8 of the Cora and Flynn. Now these creeps should have been in their 90s, but they're in their 70s. So it's about matched up to when you unlocked it, I think, at the high end, and that's kind of around where it tops out, is not going to be as high as it was. Not too long ago, the other friendship disc that I was, you know, working on, I kind of have been powering up. My guys have been keeping around level 80 to do a few videos, but I don't think it's really going to matter now going forward, so I'm probably just going to, I'm at team level 85, I'll probably just power everyone up. However, so this one, so Jack Sparrow, this friendship disc here with Barbosa was right up there with that Eve Cora disc at level 80, super hard, pretty much impossible. There was like 3 Mr. Incredibles in each, like 1 in each wave, and that was in 8-4, and you were super stuck. So I went back to it and checked it out, and I'll include it in the video because I was recording this one, and you'll see the difference when I do this disc here. They took out the Mr. Incredibles, except for the last one, I think. or maybe it was the second one, replaced them with Stitch, dropped like 20, 30 levels off the fight, and yeah, I autoed my way through it. I completed it in one go. So, very lackluster. Yeah, they needed to tweak these for sure. They needed to make them challenging, but I would have preferred more skill-based and less, you know, easy. Just instead of random and RNG, you still had to use skill to get through them, take out the randomness factor or reduce it. But they kind of went way too far on the one end of the scale and made them super easy. And they're not even a factor, like you spend friend stamina, at least from what I've seen so far, complete them, and then move on, and that's it. So probably not going to see the focus on these that I've been doing. They were pretty much the coolest part of the game for me. I will probably still record them, just document and track them. But unless I run into something super challenging, it's not going to be like my same kind of walkthroughs. I mean, the walkthroughs was just me, you know, experiencing the discs anyway. However, you know, they were fun, they were challenging, they felt rewarding to get the discs. But right now, it kind of just seems like that reward process has been, or that reward feeling has been thrown out the window. Just grab all the discs you want and call it a day kind of thing. So. That's unfortunate, I think. I really hope if they don't retweak that back up to make it at least kind of challenging, they really introduce something that is actually challenging on the PvE front. Just because that's kind of silly, and really, I don't know. It's probably the most disappointing part of the update. Again, I know a lot of people are really happy about that one, but not I. Anyway. So just for fun, let's just continue burning through these, I think I can just raid, see if that works. This was that sticker thing. I just want to see if I can finish this, if this unlocks it. I might not have read it correctly. It may have just wanted me to fight it out. We'll see if it works. If not, then that's okay too. So, like I was saying, I still have friendship disc episodes. I mean, the time between, it's barely been a week, so I was in the process of making a couple other videos. But I'll still do those ones and get them out there, and I'm probably going to switch my focus to that other stuff I talked about, again, like the individual heroes or PvP teams. I know a lot of people are interested in that kind of stuff. And yeah, with the changes to the friendship discs, I think I'm just gonna have to, okay, yeah, so you have to actually do them. You can't just raid, you have to do the fight. So, as far as the new heroes, let me know which one you're excited for, which one is your favorite. Personally, I think Maleficent I really enjoy the control, so I think Maleficent would be the one that I want. If I get her, I'm probably gonna try and power her up really quick. But they all seem really cool. They all have, Hades is a great tank, you know, and Scar does some good damage. So they're all really good, but I think Maleficent would be the first one that I'd be interested in getting. So yeah, let me know in the comments below which villain you're looking forward to the most. And let me know your thoughts on the whole friendship disc thing and the changes in general. Like I said, I didn't really do a lot. This has just mostly been me talking and looking around at a couple of the different changes. The quality of life stuff like the guild chat, and, you know, that stuff is really good. The missions, doing it all at once, the City Watch raid, that's excellent. A lot of good stuff for sure. Just one major thing that I think they kind of overdid it on, but who knows? I might be the only one that thinks that. Anyway, that's my first impression of Update 1.4. We'll play it out, see how it goes, and yeah, still going to be more coming out for me. So thanks so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe, and you know what? Leave me those comments below, and keep on gaming. We'll see you later.